We're live. It's the pre-show.
56 people away from... No, 46.
Holy cow, really?
Yeah, you're 46 people away from...
Really?
From 5,000.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people. All right.
So we're live.
Where does it say that you're live? I can never get to your thing.
Yeah, it takes a second for it to show up. The nice thing about this is I don't really have to, I can follow along with the chat because I don't really have anything to look at in the game.
Right, we can look at their pictures though.
I've got the prompts as a slideshow every like 10-15 seconds. Hi guys, welcome to the chat. We're just waiting for some people to get in and to stream and stuff. I'm gonna post the links and then we're gonna get started. Happy Monday.
Ooh. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
It's nice. It's not blistering hot today.
Not where you're at.
Yeah, not where I am.
We've got Saharan sands incoming.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, apparently.
Is that a weather event?
It is now.
So wait, you have sand high in the atmosphere coming from the Saharan desert?
Yeah, it flew across the ocean just to come see us. Someone disliked already? That's hilarious. I have someone on my channel that dislikes every single thing I do. I'm assuming it's the same person.
I get the same person too.
That's hilarious. As soon as a video's posted, dislike. So we've got a fan out there. Hi, fan. 2 dislikes. I don't care. Dislike, whatever. We're going live over. Going over challenge 2 of the Thuma. BroDown. They're angry because it's today and not yesterday.
Right.
Whatever. Come hang out.
What the hell? 2 dislikes?
I don't care. Whatever.
Oh my god. So savagery here.
Savage. It's all good in the hood, yo. It's all good. Discord. I'm posting it to the Discord.
Yes, piss everybody off.
My son is refusing napping. You're probably going to hear him start crying. Lovely.
Was he having fun with the trampoline or the
inflatable? He hated it.
No?
No, he hated it. With a passion that burns hotter than 1,000 suns. My daughter.
He's like...
Wow, I don't know if you can hear that. Woof. That was pretty brutal.
He is just not going to be an athletic person.
You know what? I'm okay with that. I just heard myself on my own stream. All right, got the chat up there, got the chat here. 13 viewers I have going. Nice. Hi guys, how's you doing? Happy Monday. A little
17
different, though. A little different schedule today. We gave our competitors an extra day to do the challenge. Let's go live officially. So, boop. Oh, now we're official. I took that little graphic away. It's so much more official now. Hey, Remnant. So, how's everyone doing out there in the old interwebs land? Mass Bandit here, and I have with me my bro and 7.
Woo, that's me.
Woo, and we are here. Sorry, I'm moving away from my mic. We are here to go over challenge 2 together.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're here to throw everything in a blender again.
Yeah. And we're here to screw things up even more. Because there's some big changes coming your way. Big changes.
Yep.
Yeah.
The competitors have already been alerted to this, and
they were
wanted
down.
to get their feedback.
And the ones that replied, they were down with it. Let's see if anyone since then has been like, no. Nope, looks like everyone's cool with it. Excellent. So, there's some big changes coming. I got robot voice. All right. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. Let me know if this is better or worse or whatever. I turned it down a bit, and I'll turn you down a little bit too. Man, this hasn't happened in a while, so...
What, audio problems on stream? It's like your trademark.
I know. Yes, we all know.
You would think that you would be able to just hold your settings, like
I haven't touched anything.
Your OBS has a setting, and it shouldn't change.
Yep. I'm gonna hold on.
John is sounding a little crackly.
Hello. Oh, I can't hear anybody anymore. Okay, talk now. Hello? Oh, I know what happened. Hold on one second. I lost Mike. My fault. Hold, please. Better. Oh, good. I unplugged the mic, but now I can't hear anybody. So, that'll be good. That's great, isn't it? Let's reset our voice settings. Can I hear Mike now? Oh, my Discord just crashed. Woo. Nope. Still not better. Still robot. Mike? Hello? I can't hear Mike now. It was good for like 2 seconds. I don't know what to tell you guys. I could turn the stream off and start it again. There, can I hear you now? Nope.
I can.
Oh, there we go. There we go. I got you. We're good.
I could hear you the entire time.
Okay.
You couldn't hear me.
No, I couldn't hear you. I can hear you now. Solution, don't talk. There you go. Well, that's why Mike's going to do most of the talking anyway. Yes, the mic is plugged in correctly. I haven't touched it since the last stream. Everything was fine last time, and the time before that, and the time before that. Once in a while, for whatever reason, I get the robot voice. If I turn...
you know what? We actually did change settings last time we did Planet Coaster After Dark for our Patreons.
So I just turn... Usually I turn myself way down, and that helps.
We don't have a Patreon.
I can end the stream and restart it, and maybe that'll help. I know Mike is super quiet.
Yeah, end it and try it again.
All right.
It's amazing how...
All right, we're live again. We're live again. We're live again.
All right. Can you hear us? Is everything good?
I just won't say anything.
You're just not going to say a single word?
Not better. Hooray! I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, I hear what they're hearing. Huh. That sounds really weird, actually.
Is it you too?
Yeah, it happens to me too. That's actually, no, it's not happening to me. It's like... is what it sounds like on yours. Do you have like feedback happening? Do you have is your phone sitting on any wires or anything like that? Okay, he's gone.
Turn on. I know what the problem is.
Okay.
Is it better now? Yeah, I know what it is. My cell phone is on, and it's plugged into the wall. I think that's what it is.
Oh.
I think that's what it is. Nope,
Well,
still
they
a
say it's
robot.
still
What the
robot.
hell? I don't know. There's nothing else I can do. So we either don't stream or we deal with it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to deal with it. At least we got rid of the high pitch, so the noise is gone. That's a okay. Let's just go with it.
All right. Now you got quieter. I probably got quieter. Cool. I took the wine away at least. Sorry guys that I sound like a robot. I haven't touched it since the last time we streamed when everything was fine. So.
Yeah, I don't know why it does that.
I don't either.
It's weird. I wonder if it does OBS like change your settings every time or.
There, is this better? We're going live soon and now it's better? That'd be insane. I'd be so angry. I have the same stuff going on, so. Oh my gosh, it is better when I'm here? The hell?
Okay, that's freaking weird.
All right, well, let me.
Yeah.
It's fucking dumb. That is really stupid. Okay, well then here. Let me see here. Let me just do this.
we're just gonna be going live soon forever.
All right, there we go. Hopefully, watch it go back now because I took the picture freaking away. All right. Anyway, this is fine. This is fine. We'll do it live. It's not one of our streams unless we do this. So that is so bizarre. Okay. Well, hey guys.
Okay.
Sorry that.
Whoa. All right. Good Lord.
Yes. Today's stream is brought to you by the letters W, T, and F. All right. I turned myself back up now. Hopefully it'll be good. Oh, my wife.
All right.
Someone walked by my window. I was like, who the hell is it? It's my wife. That was weird. I turned the mic back up. There. Getting salty now. All right. Winners, all of us here. All right, let me turn my game back.
What happens when you pick up new people?
Oh, all right. Everyone's got something. Yeah, so much suspense. We haven't even talked about the competition yet. I know. All right, let's start over. Hi, guys. Mass Bandit here, and I'm with my bro, N7. Yeah. You have missed nothing, Commander Real War, except some major audio issues on my end, because I suck. All right. So we are here to talk about Challenge 2 and announce some big things that are different for the next challenge. And so Mike's going to tell us all about it. Go.
Okay. So
here, while you're talking, I'm going to go ahead and let's talk a little bit about what Challenge 2 was before we talk about what's heading towards. So.
Right. Challenge 2 was the challenge where everybody got to build a coaster because everybody wanted that.
And up on your screen now, you'll see the visual prompts rotating through.
What we were asking people to do is develop what we're calling Family Plus type coaster experience, which means it can be a little higher excitement and higher intensity than your normal family coaster, but it should still stick within the realm of theme and story and narrative and stuff like that. So you were given, or the competitors were given 4 prompts, and these were posters of different areas of the United States.
Hold on one second. When the prompts went up, the voice came back.
Oh.
So we're going to stay at this screen for forever.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, Jesus.
Yeah, I just can't talk when stuff is being displayed, I guess.
I've lost my train of thought. Okay. So yeah, they were given those 4 prompts, and they were told to imagine some kind of beast or mythical creature, supernatural force, or some sort of urban legend.
Right.
And develop a story around that for their coaster.
Correct. And that was Challenge 2.
And that was Challenge 2.
All righty. So there you go. So I guess we could try watching the videos at least, because neither of us have to talk during that.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to watch the videos, and rather than say, here's this person, here's who won, we're going to do things a little differently today.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's explain. All right.
Okay.
So this is the first competition we've run as hosts for Planet Coaster and for Discord. Competition that you actually submit things into, that we don't just pick from what you've already posted. So we're going off of what we had to deal with in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, which we thought we were in line with. But Planet Coaster, I do realize, is a much more granular level of detail, and it has caused things to slow down a little bit. And so the scope of a 1-week challenge it's going to be a little smaller than what we expected when we initially designed this.
Right.
However, we did put a number of fail safes into the system when we designed it, so that if we do run up into problems, we can quickly change and adapt. And that's what's going to happen this week.
Right. We're going to break the little in case of fire, break glass. So we're breaking the glass. So hi, Ryan and Karsten, 2 people that this is their first live stream. You're kind of coming into a weird live stream. It's not us playing, it's us going over the competition. So I usually live stream playing on Sundays, and it just didn't happen this Sunday. So anyway, so what we're going to do is, do you want to explain a bit about how we're going to be doing it?
Yeah, so what we're going to do is, when we saw the results, we saw some really, really strong ideas. And it felt like there was a disconnect between what we were expecting and what our rules actually kind of spelled out.
Right.
And so we want to see all of these concepts done to their strongest possible iteration.
Right. So
So
when
we're
we saw
keeping-
all the entries, I think had a very strong the story they wanted to tell. Totally fine. Everyone was fine with their stories. There were great parts of every coaster, but we think there were some parts that were missed in everybody's entry. And so for that reason, we are actually going to be doing something different. We're going to have everyone move into round 3.
So we're going to change up round 3 a little bit.
And we're going to also change up the final because of this. So round 2, there were 8 competitors. We will watch all 8 videos, and we will go over them together, Mike and I, what we liked and what we need to see improved. But no one is being eliminated today. We will also tell you who the judges voted for. And that's all. Yeah, that's the information you're going to know.
The majority of the judges voted for.
Right, who the majority of the judges voted for. Correct. So, wow, what a twist! Yes, it was a necessary twist. Because Mike and I, because all the judges felt that compared to the entries and challenge 1, this was a huge, this was a drop off. And so we want to give you guys the time to create what we know you are all capable of. So, yeah. So that's what we're going to be doing.
And the other thing I wanted to mention is that it wasn't explicitly told in the rules for this competition or what you'll be getting, but the finalist is going to be working with us for a period of time on some sort of project, which may happen in the future. So we're not just having a competition for competition's sake. We're also weeding you guys out to see how well you're going to work in our dynamic.
And that's actually kind of how it works with all the bros. Like, this was all done before we started BroNation. We got to know the bros really well, know their style really well. And then it was after that, it was, hey, you want to come help? You want to come work with us? You want to be a guest builder? That's kind of how we approached it when making No Name Landia. So that's kind of what we're doing here with this competition, is we are, like, it's called an internship for a reason, so...
Yeah, we're just upping the stakes because season 2's park, I just mentioned it, is likely going to be more themed and more driven by narrative.
By stories. So, surprise. As if that was some huge shock. But so anyway, today no one is, again, to reiterate, no one is being eliminated. There were great things about every entry. There were weak things about every entry, and we're going to kind of be going over that now. We're also going to be hosting consultations between the final, the 8 contestants that are left and Mike and I, and we will be talking one-on-one things we liked, things we didn't like, in a more personal setting. So we'll be doing that this week as well.
And in general, how to improve your story and make it so that it's coming off the ride appropriately.
Right. Suggestions on how to tell the story that you want to tell. Not, this is the story you need to tell, or this is how we want your coaster to look. But based on what you've given us from Challenge 2, here's where we think you can go. So that's how we're going to do it. So let's take a look at the videos and kind of go over them a little bit and give some initial feedback, and then we'll spend more time in detail with these little consultations. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Sounds good. All right, let me see if I can...
Nobody talk now.
Yeah, everyone shut up! Our first one we have is Redline 682, challenge number 2. And his is Flight of the Shadow Hawk, I think? Let's see if we can even hear this. How come there's no sound here? You kidding me? Hold on. Do 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 do.
Yeah, you got a new Pinewood Hills to watch too.
I do. Sorry guys, hold on. I gotta fix probably my audio. Yeah, it's my fault, as always. All right, there we go. Let's try this again. All right, shut up, game. I gotta mute you first. Okay, there we go. Muting the game will help. Real professional thing we got cooking here. All right, here we go. I'm not gonna talk. Here's Redline. hear him.
Yeah.
So there you go. That was Redline.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think?
So, I've actually already had my direct consultation with him, and I just laid out a bunch of different ideas. And what we came down to was the size of the coaster needs to be cut down a little bit visually. And the one inversion needs to be taken out to make it a little bit more family plus.
Right.
And then the was it the story?
I think the story was the strength
I think
of
the story was the strength, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, which was exactly what the challenge was asking for. So I think for me, the lift hill was exceptionally long. And I think we waited too long to get to the nest.
Yes, yes. So my idea for him was to consider taking out that post lift section and turning it into, so the lift goes into like a cave where the nest is, so that you end up getting a dark ride portion, and now that rock work that makes it really, really large can act like a facade to a show building, and it can be a little bit more as if it's like built on flat ground. I told him if he can lift the canyon up at the bottom a little bit, so that the ride is a little bit more of a terrain coaster instead of sitting so high above it.
Right.
And I think that would do it.
Right. I'm apparently back to robot, so I'm not going to be saying very much.
It sucks.
I know. I don't know what to even do at this point. So.
Yeah. What Gravity mentioned is it pushes it for Family Plus a little bit, yes, but the soundtrack is one of the things that a lot of people didn't use, and sound is important when you only have two senses to convey your story.
I think that was one of the things most competitors missed, was the use of sound. So cool. Well, I'm glad my sound sounds. Speaking of sound, I'm glad mine is back for now.
Just for now.
Just for now.
Probably
when
deal with it, guys. It's gonna happen
you
again.
don't have, every time I go back to robot, there's nothing I can do. It comes in and out as it wants. So I guess just gotta deal with it. So his competitor was Remnant, and so let's watch Remnant's video.
Howdy, folks. Please keep your hands and arms inside the train and remain seated at all times.
I think we could stop it here.
Yeah, as it makes its way back to the station.
More or less. So, that was Remnant. And I see someone, I think it was Emacs Magnus. Is there a place that gathers all these audio effects? Not necessarily ride specific, but I have a good link to a bunch of free sound effects. Shoot me a DM, Emacs Magnus, and I will send you the link to that website. It's what I get a bunch of mine for my videos, for my YouTube videos for. So, yeah, there's a whole bunch out there that you can find. Shoot me a link, and I'll send one to you. But so Remnant's entry, I thought kind of had the opposite things going for it that Redline's didn't, and the opposite weaknesses that Redline's didn't. Like, I think Remnant's story was the only reason I could figure out what his story was because one of the pictures in the 8 that he sent, I had a little board on the station where it was like last sighting of the Dreamcatcher confirmed or something. And that single picture was like, oh, okay, so the Dreamcatcher is this beast. And then you just have to kind of assume that's what you're seeing in the mountain. But I never really felt the encounter strong enough.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's a little confusing. And then the other thing that we're going to ask you to try and work on, if you can, is the coaster work itself.
It's a little snappy.
If we can just stretch them out a little bit so that the transitions aren't so snappy. And also the length of the coaster is a little strange too. It kind of ends abruptly. Yeah. And I guess that's similar to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, because there really isn't a whole lot to that ride either.
Right. Yeah.
But it could be a little longer. There's enough energy to do something else at the end.
Yeah. So we'll discuss more in detail with Remnant when we have our direct message with him. So yeah, but those two they battled in this round, and we want to say who the judges voted for, right?
Yes.
The majority of judges actually picked Remnant for that one. So the Remnant was chosen by the judges for that matchup, but both will be going on to continue to develop their idea into Challenge 3. So
this Remnant was chosen by the judges.
Yes. So anyway,
and the reason why is because Remnants felt a little bit more like it was. So even though Redline had a better story and a better narrative and a more epic feel, Remnants felt closer to what we were initially looking for in terms of size, in terms of
realism, as far as layout and all that go. Yeah. Right. Felt more family plus.
Because even though we didn't explicitly say do this, we did try and lay out the prompt in a realistic way that we are executives looking to put this attraction into a theme park, and we gave you a flat ground to work with, which should have made you assume that you were working from flatness.
But so you know what they say about assuming.
I know. That's why we're here, changing it up again.
Right. Gravity says, is it really that snappy, or is it the camera angle? I want to see it from Frumper. I love that Frumper.
It really is that snappy.
Did you write it in? Oh, we didn't write it another angle.
I didn't write it, but I can tell I've ridden enough Planet Coaster coasters.
Alrighty. So up next we have Sergei with The Curse of Captain. Oh my God. The Curse of Captain Brobone.
Ew. Is that his name?
Yes, it says The Curse of Captain Brobone.
God. All right. Well, there's one thing to change.
Not family
executives do not like that.
No, executives veto your name choice. Christina, is it Christina? Is going to get Planet Coaster next month. Excellent. So that's been going all over BroNation the last day is Brobone. All right, so let's watch Brobone. Oh, my favorite thing about this one is the exquisite camera work.
Nice pat on the back there.
I thought so.
She thought that was a good idea.
Fireworks going on still? No, I think that's Teddy's door. So there you have it. That was Sergei.
Okay.
Okay, go.
You want to start first? Or you want me
Yeah,
to start?
I'll go. I think story-wise, that was, if not, I think that might have been the strongest, at least the strongest beginning, to set up the story. Very clear what was going on. Excellent use of sound, excellent use of timed effects. That ghost with the gas, that's really cool. Like, that's a really nice way to do it. I thought it was really, really good. But then I thought the show building left a lot to be desired. You set us up for this epic ride, and then it was just like, oh. That show, like Gravity in the comments mentioned, he loved that you could see the show building. I don't mind that either, but there needs to be more going on in the show building, I think, to help. Just more, make those scenery pops, if that's what you're going to do, make those pops of scenery even bigger. And then when we escape, right before that drop, there's this like sound cue that something major is supposed to happen, and it's just this little dip over the water. I'd like to see I'd like to see more done with that sound cue, I think. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely agree. Inside the building, and I'm wondering, he can't get it any darker than that, right? I'm wondering if we allow when they redo their POVs, that we allow them to darken their footage if they need to.
Okay.
However, like everybody else said, there's not a whole lot going on even in the darkness.
Right.
And it's the same kind of feeling I got when writing Revenge of the Mummy. It's like, oh, this is kind of shitty on the inside. Like you have all this great pre-launch stuff, and then you got this big fire effect, and you go through, and then it's just
coaster
Scooby-Doo's on, like Scooby-Doo cutouts on strobes. So if you could figure out a way to create an environment in there that is a little bit more blacklight and kind of cool, but without showing off too much and without it being too bright, I think it would find a really good balance. Because
Commander Realware says, can't you darken it more by using the black filter? You might.
The black filter only blackens it out. It doesn't actually add the contrast that you need in darkness.
You need contrast too. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Having a low gamma helps with darkness. That's true. That's something Variable Gaming does. He has his gamma turned way down. So you might want to play with some of those settings. Because I'd prefer it to be all in-game rather than post-editing.
I would too. And yeah, I have my gamma set at 1.6 by default.
Yeah, I have mine down from whatever the standard is a little bit. Yeah. Spooky filter and low gamma. Godly results, says Emacs Magnus. There you go. So there you go. That would be something to do. Excellent.
And also, Remnant did this too. So if you're going to use the time warp feature, make sure that you put a piece in your ride so that you can go through the time warp without the shadows showing. Because the time warp is good because when it comes outside, it should be in daylight. I think that scene would be stronger if it was daylight in Zergei's.
Oh, the escape, yeah. If you popped out and like were blinded by the light and then dove back in.
Right. I want to see when you come out of something that it's day, and when you go into something that it's dark and night, night-like. So Remnant, awesome job, but make sure that I don't see the.
Oh
no,
oh,
I know.
okay. Yeah.
And then Sergei, make sure that you have, when you exit your structure, that it is in the day. And so figure out a way to make that tunnel so that it isn't so obvious when you're doing a day to night transition.
Cool. I think it was a pretty strong entry though overall. So yeah. And then next we have Duct-Tape Forum. So we're gonna watch Duct-Tape Forum, and his is called the Bish Coaster.
Presentation, folks.
Yes.
Even if you don't like what you have, you still sell it.
You
in
fake
a way
it really good. Yeah.
Yes.
So this is Duct-Tape Forum. It's Song of the Siren or something like that. So here we go. Let's take a look at his ride. Comments. it?
Right.
All right. So let's chat about this one.
Okay. So
you go first this time.
I'll go first this time. Because the story element is important, because you've been warned that the siren is here. We don't have an encounter with her or with him or with it. And that is kind of killing this a little bit. Mm-hmm. I need some sort of visual confirmation that I have seen, or I am running away from the siren, that I am in a spot where I shouldn't be, and that I'm in danger, and I just don't feel that with this.
Correct. And Chris asks, were the helicopters supposed to be ceiling fans? Yes, they're supposed to be ceiling fans. For me, the biggest issue is like the idea of being chased by a siren or the sirens, whatever. That's a great idea for the prompt that you had. And I also have to say, I think you conveyed the environment of the prompt probably the best of all the competitors. I think that was fantastic. And so because of that, I think I understand the sprawliness of the layout a little bit, although it did still feel a little ropey and sprawly. The biggest issue for me is it's called, it's about a siren, which is instantly an audio thing, and there is no audio of the siren. And you need to have that in there somewhere. You set us up for it, and we never heard it. So there's no reason for us to be moving through this environment. We're not running from anything. We're not going after anything. I felt like it was a big miss in storytelling. So some simple audio of a song, of a woman singing or whatever. We don't even need to see it. If we could just hear it periodically throughout the ride, you're going to sell your story. Every time like the story lets up or the ride lets up right before it takes off again, we get another echo of the siren song, and then we're off again because we're,
Oh yeah, that's
because
a good
we're
idea.
afraid. Something like that. Yeah. Gravity, more banshee screams. So I think that would really help sell your story so much better. Because it's I love the dive into the cave portion. I think that's really successful.
I think there needs to be more of that too. There needs to be more of that, like trying to get away from her in this like really tight cave system or something cool like that.
Yeah. I think that'd be really cool.
And then also, if you need a little like excitement animation, what you can do is you can have the coaster like cut into the water and then just do like splashes, like you're trying to run away, and it's just
right. Because I saw a little bit of splashes as we were going over the coast there. Because that picture it was in motion, that huge wave. Yeah, you could play up that aspect too, like you said, have a big splash effect. Yeah, that'd be really neat. So and I don't think that's huge things to fix. It sounds like a lot.
The biggest thing that I see that needs fixing is definitely the pacing of the coaster itself. It needs to have the smooth button spammed a little bit more. And it needs to, maybe one of those launches a little faster, because by the time it reaches the second launch, it's pretty dead, and the energy is pretty lost on it.
Cool. He says, "Yeah, I'll need help making that sound work in game. We can help you."
Yeah, we can. We are a resource to you.
Yeah, if we're asking you to do these things, we will help you figure out how to do those things. Yep. And so that battle between Duct-Tape Forum and Sergei, the judges voted for Sergei.
Yes.
So, but both will be moving on. So next we get into prompt number 3, which was that Western one. I think it was a picture of Big Bend National Park here in Texas. And we have 2 entries. We have Zerg and we have Home Banner. So we're going to watch Zerg's first, and it's the Spirit Coyote. So we're going to watch the Spirit Coyote.
Hold on, I heard something.
Yay, Frumper. I think we're going to stop it here. Oh, no, actually, I really like the station. Never mind. I do want to go into the station. All right, so there we go. So that was Zerg. You still there, bruh?
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right, that was Zerg. I really enjoyed that one. I think it was one of the stronger ones as far as Family Plus. I think he did a good job of doing a variant. Somebody said it, Gravity, a variant of Cheetah Hunt. It totally is that, and I liked that. It did a good job of being Family Plus, I think. I also really liked the idea of being a cheetah, being a coyote spirit animal.
Becoming the coyote spirit.
Yes, that was like, I'm assuming that's what happened. That first scene around the teepee, and you hear the chanting, and then you are the spirit animal, and you go out on your journey, and then you come back. That's what I assume the story is. So, yes, I know I'm a robot. Hopefully it'll come back in a few minutes. But I thought that he could do more to make it mystical. If he could take some of the ideas that Remnant had, make one of those portions dark ride, and just do some effects with lighting and some really cool shapes like that, if possible. I think that would help sell the idea of a mystical spirit animal much better. So I'd also think the straight river. I'd like a kink in that little river with the waterfall there.
Yes, it looks a little bit like an irrigation.
Yeah. So since I'm all robot-y now, you tell me your thoughts.
So I think you hit it on the head. I think when we go to be told the story, it'd be cool if, I don't know if you're comfortable with voiceover work, but it'd be cool if we got like and something becomes a coyote, or I don't know. You're more creative than us executives are. We want it to be 50% more hip and 50% more edgy. No.
Statistics, 50% of the time, statistics are right 100% of the time.
So maybe in that cave, even though I do like that it is just kind of carved into the mountain, if you did some sort of effect in there, could convey that you become the coyote, or
and use
maybe
the time warp function.
Yeah.
More like that station needs to. I think it needs to hint more at the mystical idea of the ride.
And maybe go deeper into caves. Maybe don't have it outside so much. Maybe just enclose it a little bit more, so that you don't have to deal with that time warp function twice in such a small space. That you can just have that straight from station to the dark ride section, become the coyote, come out, go do the launch, and then you're good. And then just make sure the audio supports it.
Right. Yeah. Some people were mentioning some stronger coyote sounds or howls. I don't think necessarily aggressive sounds need to be done. You're not escaping from a coyote. You are the coyote.
Yeah.
Someone mentioned like running. That'd be cool if you could.
Running would be cool. Trying and find some sort of really cool piece of soundtrack that's going to work well, especially when you hit the launch. That's kind of like ethereal and also driving and adventurous. That'd be really cool.
Right. Yeah. That'd be cool. All right. So, and again, we'll talk more in detail with all the competitors about this one-on-one with them. So next we have a home banner and Redneck's Hill.
Welcome to the Wild
Oh my goodness.
West.
Hey, lots of props to him.
Yeah.
Right off the bat for his stellar voice work. So we're going to watch.
You recently did some, so you know how annoying it can be.
It's hard and
get it just right.
It's awkward as hell. So.
Oh my god, I love that yeehaw. Maybe tone it down a little bit, but I really like that yeehaw going over the drop.
All right, so let's take a look. Let's take a look at rednecks. Let's take a look at home banners.
Howdy, folks. Welcome to Redneck's Hill, a long-forgotten place in the wild, wild west. The people and the gold are long gone. Only the old mine rails are still here. Do you want to go for a ride and explore the old rails? All right, let's go! But if we want to look for them, we need to get on the boulder and trail the tracks.
Here it comes. Sorry. And that is home banner. Whoa, we come flying into that station. Oh, and that's home banner. So that one is hilarious.
Yes. Yes,
But it goes to show you just how important audio is in a story like that.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, he had 1.5 days to do that.
It's actually quite incredible.
1.5 days, and he did all that. It's an insane amount of work. So I think it's a very strong entry.
Mm-hmm.
I think it wasn't... We had more in mind a fairy tale or fantastical myth or creature. And rednecks mining for gold, I guess maybe not so much what we had in mind, but we didn't explicitly say.
Yeah, it can be twisted, and also we did say urban legend was another part of it,
Right.
and that could be part of an urban legend. But
You know what it kind of makes...
we're gonna ask. Go ahead.
It makes me think of Ghost Mine, Fisherman's Ghost Mine. Same
Uh-huh.
premise, hunting for gold, but it's a ghost story. And just that simple tweak, make them ghost rednecks, says Emacs Magnus. Correct. And use some of the spooky props and spookify it up a little bit. And I think you're much more in line with the direction we were looking for.
And you have plenty of stuff to work with. If you freaking did that in a day and a half,
that's insane.
I don't know how, for one. But you can enclose some of those things, and if you need to create some effect chambers in there, you can. I mean, you've got a lot of space that you can work with. I don't think converting it over to something a little bit more on the ethereal side is going to be too difficult.
I don't think so, because the base is in place. Aren't rednecks scary enough? They are more rare if they're sober. My goodness. So
mythical sober rednecks.
So those Zerg, as you could tell from that they looked the same, Zerg and Home Banner battled, and the judges were much closer on this one. And Home Banner, Zerg ended up making it through, according to the judges. But
for the judges,
but not by a lot. So this one was much closer. This was the closest one for the judges to decide. So yeah, would a ghost story work in broad daylight though? That's
why we're saying you need to kind of develop some chambers so you can darken it up.
Darker areas, yeah. That'd be the one way to do that, I guess. So, yeah, and now we're down to our last matchup. The prompt was, I think, the Great Smoky Mountains. So that was what we were going with there. And we have Emacs Magnus versus Mayjakesmin. So we're going to watch Emacs Magnus's next. His is called The Krampus. And he's really down on himself in his description. He needs to stop that. So here we go. Let's take a look at Emacs Magnus. so happy. And then you go on this ride. My God. So that was Emacs Magnus. Phew. That was really good. That was my personal favorite of the entire round. That's kind of what we were looking for.
Exactly. So the elements that are there are very, very abstract, if any, but they convey the story really well.
It's very clear you're being chased through the woods by the Krampus. I mean, story told. and it clearly Wicker Man, it looks like Wicker Man inspiration there. But God, so good. It does seem a little fast, maybe?
A little fast, but I mean...
Yeah. I like it. We don't have much even to...
I think Wicker Man just feels slow.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah. Oh, I just saw this monster 9. Time for the polka.
I think the biggest problem I had with it was that it just didn't carry the Smoky Mountains so much in the prompt. Like I didn't get that feel completely. It's there. It just could be accentuated a little bit. I think.
Okay. Maybe. See, now you don't want to make a terrain coaster out of it, like a true.
Right. But I mean, it just could have some more maybe elements of that, or I don't know. We'll talk a little bit more in the.
Right. He said he thought those were Alps. So from that's what it is. We didn't want them to be Smoky Mountains.
Right.
We wanted them to be inspired, and it feels inspired by the prompt. It does. I think it does. We didn't tell you where the prompts came from. They were all from national parks in the U.S. That's where they all came from. One was, I think it was Rocky Mountain National Park was prompt number 1.
No, that was Glacier National Park.
Oh, Glacier National Park. Okay. Prompt number 2 was Big Sur. Prompt number 3 was Big Bend National Park. And prompt 4 was the Great Smoky Mountains. So...
I took it as forests in France. I took it as the Black Forest. Okay,
yeah,
so
no, and absolutely, that's fine. You don't have to be. I know, like we didn't tell you what it was because we didn't want you to go in that particular direction. I think I can see. I think what Mike's saying is play up the forest idea more somehow.
Yes,
in your creation.
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
So yeah, and that's fine for me. It was the Black Forest. Absolutely, just make sure that forest element, like it felt like that coaster could have been anywhere and it would have worked as well. But that's like such a small nitpick, but. The sound is great. I don't think. Do you think you need a soundtrack, like a track playing underneath in this instance? Like
Not really. You wouldn't be able to hear it.
Right. This is the first time I've actually listened to these with headphones on, and the sound in this one is so much better with headphones on.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I can hear everything much clearer. So, yeah, excellent. I think that was excellent job. And the judges, and so let's move on. To Mayjakesmin. He is our next one. Mayjakesmin had an escape from the Black Forest. Escape is the name of his ride. So let us take a gander at that one. Go. That one just kind of ends, huh? So that was Mayjakesmin. You want to give your thoughts?
Yes, I think that the story is strong. I think the idea of trying to escape the Black Forest, and I think that you were going for werewolves, maybe. If that's the case, then sound is really going to be important to you because it's going to be hard to find anything small enough or not doofy that's in like art shapes. You don't want a doofy wolf or something like that. Um, yeah, this just could be played up a little bit more, heightened a little bit more. And then also the feeling of running through a forest is not really, it's not coming across because everything is so spread out. I need the scenery to be next to the track a little bit. I need there to be fake trees next to the track or a bramble that you're coming through or something like that. I need a little bit more like head chopper, hand chopper type thing.
I think this one would do really well with music as well. It needs that extra layer to help sell. And it's kind of the same thing with, I think it was Duct-Tape Forum, pacing. Let up, and then the wolves come back, and you're off again. Let up, that kind of thing, I think would be a much better way to tell your Escape the Wolf story. One of the things we've talked about in our Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 days was dark rides. There's really two types of rides that tell a story, right? There's the passive, here's a bunch of cool stuff, and then there's the escape this scenario. Basically, as far as dark rides go. So,
or you've stumbled into something, and oh no, something's coming after you.
Right.
It's always that kind of story.
Right. So, there's nothing wrong with being simplistic in your storytelling. Just execute it well. Like, I think that's kind of what the issue is. As audio, I think, was the biggest stumbling block for all of our competitors this week. So.
Yeah, you don't get the forces, you don't get the feel on the body, you don't get the smells, you don't get the rumble. You have visuals and sound, and you should use both of them always.
Absolutely. So, yeah, so that was a look at what Challenge 2 produced. Some, like I said, looking at them again, this is like the 6th or 7th time I've watched all of these. You can, now that I've digested them, I can see the strong strengths in all of them, and I can see the misses in all of them, and everybody has some great ideas that I think they just need another 6 days or so to really hone in. So yeah, I think that would be really, really great. So everyone will be burned out from audio for the last round and said, "Screw you guys," Gravity says. Yes, probably. So
possibly.
Your challenge 3 is to make sure you chat with us and we tell you in greater, like a bullet point list, what we'd like to see from you specifically. And these are suggestions always.
We're going to bounce ideas off of you.
Sure, we're going to
give you a list of. We're going to give you a list of things you can choose. Like I told Redline already, any good designer takes the best ideas from that list and does something with them and ignores the rest.
Right.
See, we're not expecting you to be able to do all of these things.
Right. Correct. So that's what we're going to do, and you will have to do that. And then also we will ask you to add the cue. Give us a themed cue to really drive home this story element. A lot of people were saying the cue sets up the story, and that's totally right. That was always going to be this challenge anyway, with some additions. We're taking those other additions away. You only have to worry about... For now. You're only... Shush. You only have to worry about... our feedback and the themed cue, and you will have, and it will be due that same time as this one, end of day. Was it Friday? End of day Friday or end of day Saturday? End of day Saturday.
End of day Friday, because we gained a day last week and we have to take it back this week.
Do we?
Well, I don't know. Do we?
These Monday streams are fine for me.
Okay, then fine. Let's do it.
I'm not against that. We'll give you the full week. So you'll have until the end of day, my time on Saturday, which is early Sunday. And then voting will be up for about 24 hours as usual. So, yeah. That's how that's going to work. So, I think that's going to do it for us today. We don't have any prompts to give you or nothing. It's fix your coaster. And add a cue that is themed to help set up your story. Like, the culmination of your story is the ride.
And we'll explain it a little bit better in the actual rules, but the cue cannot just be away from the coaster. We want interaction too. So if you've put yours in a box, Sergei, you're gonna have an interesting challenge ahead of you.
Yeah, we do. We did well. Okay, yes. Initially, we wanted some ride interaction. So.
Yes, and we'll still want that too.
Okay.
He can figure it out. It's fine.
Alrighty, guys. So that's gonna do it for us, and we will see you on the server. And we are always open to those those 8 competitors to bounce ideas off of. That's why we're here. So hopefully you enjoyed. Good, yay! Office week, says Home Banner. Got a lot of time. Woo woo. So take care,
Ghosty
guys.
rednecks.
Yep, ghosty rednecks. Have yourself a great week, and we'll see everyone back here this time next week for the reveal, and we will bring it down to 4 people next week.
Yep, for the finals.
So take care, everyone. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.